That's great, Ali. So just before we go, I wanted to ask you about burnout because I know that's something you and I have both experienced. It's something that's happening more and more to people all around the world as they struggle to disconnect and just match expectations of or what they feel they're expected to do, even though it might not be. And for anyone watching this video, I wanted you to point out some of the early warning signs of becoming burned out and maybe a couple of tips of how to head that off once they realize they might be becoming burned out or they're headed that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for a lot of people, it's kind of a slow fade to get there, right? It's the saying yes when you don't want to. It's the working longer hours, and then that becomes the norm, right? Like it's starting out because it's a project or whatever, but then now it's turned into your norm, and it's the constantly having the notifications that are basically controlling you. You're constantly in reactive mode, right? And it's going on and on and on in this way. And then we get to the point where we're experiencing burnout, but because it's become normal, it's become our norm, right? And when things become normal to us, we don't realize, how unhealthy it can actually be. We're just kind of, this is just the way life is. This is the way it's going.
This is how everybody feels.
Yeah, exactly. This is how everyone is. Everyone's getting 4 hours of sleep a night. Oh, I've been getting 4 hours of sleep a night for years now. I'm accustomed to it. Doesn't mean your body isn't stressed out though, right? So I think when you can get to the point, self-awareness is just a huge piece to this. When you can get to the point where you can be self-aware and get in touch, and connect with your body and really pay attention and listen to what your body is telling you, then you'll become very sensitive to when, you'll start to feel the stress coming up in your body. You'll start to see the signs earlier on. A lot of people will experience with the cortisol rising, there's like a desire for like sugar and carbs and stuff like that, so your eating habits will change. There's this sense of, you're staying up late, even though you're tired. Sometimes you'll find yourself almost like staying up late, trying to steal back me time because you've not had any me time all throughout the day. So it's this sense of like, now I can have some me time, but you're doing it until like 2 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things to kind of be mindful of, but that self-awareness piece is huge, and getting yourself out of that unhealthy norm to be able to actually experience a healthy norm, so that when you start to have those issues and stuff, you're much more sensitive and aware to them.